there, Internet people. Yeah, I'm talking right to you. You clicked on a video called Slappayurface 2025, and you thought it was a joke. No jokes here. Well, maybe a few. See that owl behind me? Looks majestic, right? Until... bam!
Fuck! I hit my head on the...
Oh, fuck, that hurt. Okay, hey, what's up, everybody? We're talking about the internet today. I don't know where this is going, by the way. I just finally have a moment to myself for like the first time this year, I think. So I'm going to try and make the most of it and just talk about banning kids on the internet and why I support it and why I don't support it. So I heard on the news, on the radio, LOL, that there was like a ban of social media for kids in Australia, and that got me figuring, as you often do on this channel. Well, how do you figure? Well, I figure that I support and dislike this change. And I was going through my own brain for a little while, like, why do I support and why do I dislike this change? Well, the reason being, I was the product of probably the very first generation of people who just were raised by the internet, terminally online as it became known over the years. I was that guy. Back in 2008 or 9, when I freely said the N-word in videos, Lembas bread, go check it out, it's a great video, and I got AI flagged for all these fine words that I chose back then. I was raised by online people. And by that, I mean I got all of my opinions from random fucking atheists on the internet named, like, Agman2988 or The Amazing Atheist or people of that nature, right? That's where I got a lot of my shit from. And I realized back then, pretty quickly, that I don't know why I like these people. And I think the only reason why I liked those people is because I was young and I didn't have opinions of my own. I was unable to have the mechanics to even like formulate opinions on my own. So I just sort of defaulted to receiving opinions from others. And that has been taken to a gigantic new level with this new crop of Gen Alpha fucking morons. If you go back in time to those videos of the Lembas bread and the Lembas bread and the N-word and stuff, you will see basically my opinion on children on the internet has not changed at all, and it still is the same. If you are younger than me, don't talk to me. I hate you. Don't fucking talk to me. Basically, that was my opinion. And back then, I was like 16. So back then, I was talking to 14-year-olds who loved weed, and I would say, hey, don't fucking talk to me. You understand? If you talk to me and you talk about weed, I'm not responding, and I never blocked anybody, but I would verbally berate you and call you a moron. And one guy got very upset at me. You ruined my childhood. I invested so much time watching your videos, and you were mean to me on live stream one time. Fuck you. I don't care. You stop idolizing internet people who quit after 4 years of making stuff. Don't idolize people. Anyways, where was I going with this? Back in the olden days, I was raised on the internet. And I remember this because back in, I think, 1998, when I was like 6 or 7 years old, I was fucking talking to some guy on a program called ICQ. Now, if you don't know what ICQ is, it was basically like, I don't know if it was one of the first or like, it was just like a chat program. It had a little yellow middle of a flower with green petals and one red one. And whenever you got a message from somebody, it would go, uh-oh. It would do that, and then you'd be like, oh, I got a message from somebody. It was like magic back then. Some random person I've never met in my life. What the? And I'm talking to him in real time at this very moment. I hope he sends another message to me. I'm 7 years old. Please, stranger on the internet, send me messages. It was like exciting to me back then. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm getting addicted to talking to people on the internet. Thank God I ran out of juice with that very quickly. But back then it was a little simpler because there was no real, I mean, there probably was a giant risk of it, but like there was no real risk of you ever meeting these fucking people that you were talking to because, like, you know, back then you were taught basically, hey, don't put your identification or any identifying material on the internet that could lead anybody to you. You were like strictly told that, even though my mom sort of didn't have the energy to parent me very much, so she just sort of shirked the task to the internet and go play computer. She did tell me, hey, don't fucking say anything to anybody that would help identify you. So, like, don't tell them your name, don't tell them your address, don't tell them even your gender, where you're living, your country of origin, anything. Don't fucking say anything. Nowadays, it's plastered on your fucking LinkedIn and it's linked in all of your social media profiles, and you can wish people kill themselves and, you know, get off scot-free if you have the right politics. So, with this whole Australian banning people under 13 thing, I'm of two minds with it. The first mind is, of course, my original mind, which is, fuck them kids. I don't want to talk to you. If you're younger than me, don't ever talk to me, and you have no right to even be talking to me or typing with your hands. So that was like my original mind. The other mind is, of course, the only reason that people on the internet exist and they are stupid is because they don't have fucking parents. I mean, look at me. Look at how my life turned out, and look at how I act and operate because I didn't have a father figure in my whole life growing up. And my mom was always tired and working and shoved me and all of my everybody to like the grandparents and, hey, you do that, I'm gonna sleep kind of thing. That was her parenting philosophy. And when she was awake, she would say, hey, want to play computer? And I'd say, yeah. And then I'd play How Now Brown Cow and then fucking never talk to my mom one iota. And then never learn how to ride a bike or tie my shoes or anything or like belts or anything. Anything. I look at how I turned out. And you know what? The interesting part is that I am among the first people who this has just become like a thing. Like this is just like a lifestyle that people have that they choose to do. A loser who doesn't know shit about anything and has to, hey, guac, is this true? Fucking for everything. Because they don't know shit. Unfortunately, I mean, I guess fortunately for me, but unfortunately nowadays, people nowadays just sort of outsource all of their thinking to AI. At least back then with me, I had like a little bit of inquiry to certain things. And, you know, I would be like, hey, instead of watching a video essay about like, what the fuck do people watch nowadays? Kim Kardashian's ass. Instead of doing that, I would be like listening to fucking philosophers and like George Carlin, Alan Watts, all these fucking people. I'd be like searching up all these different people, trying to figure out like, okay, let's entertain myself and work on a skill at the same time. So I would work on my hand-eye coordination and my dexterity and my mental faculties of being quick and, you know, my twitch reflexes and shit like that by playing games or fucking like, I guess just only playing games. What else would I be doing? And then at the same time, I'd be listening to things and trying to absorb knowledge from like people who are way smarter than me. You know what I mean? I'm kind of digressing all over the place as always, as I knew what would happen. So I don't know what the original point of this was. Basically, I think parents should parent, and you should not let your fucking kids go on the internet until they're like ready, until they're ready to be like humans. Which for most men is probably like their early 20s, and for most women is like their, I mean, do they ever really grow up? Let's be real, guys, am I right? I guess like they're fucking 18 or something. I don't know. Whenever they can drive, they're usually okay-ish to operate in society. Men are retards, so they have to give them a little bit longer. Because if you don't, then you end up with fucking a cross in your name or the fucking Palestine flag or whatever the fuck. There's always all these influences that just ready to grab very malleable young men who don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I want to talk about Nick Fuentes for a bit now that we're talking about this. What am I talking about? Man, I'm really going all over the place. Nick Fuentes is great, by the way. I think he sucks in so many ways, but I think he's great for one specific reason, and it's the biggest reason that I exist on this planet, and that is for mouth. Okay? I like mouth people. It's something that I've probably mentioned on this channel years in the past now. Everything has been mentioned years in the past at this point. But I like it when people are able to just be in their element and talk without filters, without stopping, without jump cuts. SXE Phil, my fucking number one nemesis on this. Whenever I think of people who are just like incapable of a stream of thought, I think of SXE Phil and his big fucking forehead. And I'm like, oh, okay, I just don't want to be like that. So when I see people who are able to talk and have like really interesting perspectives on things and like not stop and fuddle around with their words and digress all over the place like me, you know, that's like something that I'm trying to emulate through everybody that I watch. If I see somebody who's good at that, like a Paul Heyman or even like a Nick Fuentes, if somebody's good at that, I want to absorb it. I want to be part of that. I don't want to be part of what they're doing. Not really. I want to be part of that energy. I want to have what they have. You know what I mean? It's that envy, that fucking sin. I want that. Give me your talent. Anyways, it's been 10 minutes and my head hurts, so I'll see you later. Happy New Year, YouTube. Next year is my 20-year anniversary on this fucking website. Not on this channel, but just in general. Fuck.